Well, hey there, Amazonians. In case you consider yourself an audiophile, or if you're just someone who likes to get the best sound they can out of their music, I've got something here to show you that will blow you away. These are for sale on the seller on Amazon called Sky Sound. And you may be familiar already with, pardon me, KZ earphones. This is their newest top of the line model, just came out. And there's a few of the models on Prime, not all of them yet. But this is a KZ ZS10. Now, this is a blue one in three colors, black, red, and blue. And all three of the colors are somewhat translucent where you can see what's in there, which I find fascinating. These are called KS10s because they have 5 drivers in each earphone. You can see the little set of 4 balanced armature there. And also there's one big dynamic driver that's, there it is, right under the ear tip, big round thing. Now, these things sell for under $60, and they will blow away. I'm sorry, whatever you spend a bunch of money for, maybe you don't really want to listen to these because these are as close to perfect, I think, as you can get in an earphone. And I know earphones will run up to $1,500 quite easily. But believe me, this is incredible sounding. Frequency response is rated at number 7 to 40,000 hertz. Comes with a cable about 4 foot long. It's this copper plated braided cable, which I've already taken off and put on something else. I've got this hooked up to a very nice Oravetti Affinity model silver cable, which I like to use to try out the sound and just how good the earphones actually are on a controlled basis, because each set of different model earphones come with different cables. And sometimes when you're trying to judge the earphones, you're dealing with different cables that affect the sound quite a bit. So I think it's better to use one cable that you know is good quality, whatever you can. Like this is a 2-pin setup here. The cables obviously are removable. And it's 0.75? Anyway, 3.5 millimeter plug, which is pretty standard. So it'll work on a lot of things. I was going to tell you, this cable that I'm using has memory wire, which has nothing to do with the sound, but so does the one that comes with the KZ10s. They also have a silicone wrapped memory wire in there. So it makes it easy to stay on your ears. These things are very light, very comfortable, and they fit flush. There's no odd shape to it. They're flat, where the part that fits sticking out of your ear. As I said, I think you can remove, I think I said it, you can remove these cables and put like this high-grade silver cable on it, Bluetooth cables. You can get Bluetooth that have their own built-in batteries, all sorts of options, which is what's nice about most of the KZ earphones. You can mix and match cable selections, and whatever you use on this one, you can use on their ZST, ZS5, 6. I think they're ES5, ES6. But they come with the 3 silicone deals, which I just put them together in a package because I have large ears to go with a large head. And I always use these little memory foam pieces. And in case your ear cables, the memory wire gets bent in packaging, if you put red and black colors on there and you know which is which, then if you do get it bent where it's kind of curious what goes where, I always use the red ones for the right ear, black for the left, so forth. So that's why the different colors. Um, so this is the very newest KZ model. They make a Model 5 and a 6 that both have 4 drivers in each one. The 5 model is plastic, the 6 is metal. These are back to plastic again. I'm not sure if they're going to make this model in metal, and I don't know why they would, because even though it's light and very comfortable, there's a lot of moving stuff going on in there. I wish I had a magnifying glass. I don't know if this will focus in that small or not. The interior of this thing is fascinating. You'll see some diagrams on the website, cutaways and how it's set up and designed to work. But I've tried a lot of headphones, and I've got some that work several $100s. I limit it to $200 or $300. That's enough. But these sound as good as any I've tried in the hundreds of dollar price range. And again, these are under $60. Now, on SkySound, they have the blue one and the black one on Prime, and both of them are without mics. And I don't use my earphones when I'm listening to music. I don't bother to answer the phone, so that's not a problem for me not to have a mic. And actually, I think the cables are better without the microphones. It's handy if you need it. If you don't need it, why bother? And I think you're better off to exchange the cables anyway. You'll get a difference in sound. To me, it's a much better sound. As the saying goes, your mileage may vary. It depends on what kind of sound you want to hear. If you're a bass head, these won't blow you away like some of the cheaper headphones. These have a beautiful balanced sound, plenty of bass. But when people say bass, they're usually talking about electronically induced thumps, kind of like a marching band. Bass really refers to a bass instrument, like a string bass or an electric bass, that are playing, chords or notes in a chord. And people confuse what they hear in modern rap, pop, whatever you want to call it, music, with all the thumping sound, which gives you a nice beat if that's what you're after. But it's really not bass, it's just an interjected noise. But anyway, these aren't for the so-called bass heads. These will satisfy, I think, all audiophiles. I'm not sure what their qualifications are to become an audiophile. I'm a 75-year-old retired professional musician, trumpet player, and I've played in the U.S. Navy band. I've played on Broadway shows, small groups, my own combo, big bands. And I pretty well have a good sense of what things ought to sound like, what's important in the sound. So you can take that for what it's worth. Pardon me. Just trying to give some credibility to this review. It doesn't mean you'll like them. But as far as I'm concerned, this is ridiculously underpriced. Biggest amount of quality and sound you're going to get for anything 2 or 3 times this price. The 4 balanced armatures are individually tuned. The dynamic driver obviously is for bass, but these go up to a 40,000 hertz range. And so a couple of the armatures in here are set up, if you can see them again. There they are. There's a collection of 4 of them. And they're not the same. They're tuned individually to give different sounds. But you'll enjoy these. These come with a little instruction book, which is probably not necessary for you, but it's in English. It said the earbuds, and it comes in a small box, so easy to package and give to a friend. And again, this is the cable that comes with it, and there's nothing wrong with it. It sounds great with this cable. I tried it with this first, and then I always like to go to the silver constant sounding cable to evaluate how good they sound. And a good choice for that, as I said, was this Oravetti Affinity model. They're on the Oravetti website. But anyway, what else can I tell you about these? You can do them in Bluetooth. You can do them with the cables, of course, that came with them. 32 ohms. The cable that comes with it's almost 4 feet. There's 3 colors available, each color with microphone. So if you want one with the mic, you can order them from China. And I think some of the places may have them. They will be shortly if they don't. I know Sky Sound will have them on Amazon Prime as soon as they can get them in stock. But these are so new, they're hard to, they're ordered up already. But this review is going to be a little blurry on Amazon. So I'm going to make a copy for YouTube, and it'll be much clearer. And I'll put the link to the YouTube video on the written part of this review. So all you got to do is click on it, and it'll take you to the YouTube, a duplicate review of this, but better clarity, I think. But I just want to show you those. These are really incredible. They're hot off the press, top of the line KZ model, and I guarantee you the sound will be something you haven't heard before. There's nothing wrong with the old 5s or 6s, but these beat them all. If you want to stay on top of it, this is the way to go. But hey, check them out. Under $60. See what you think. And they, of course, have a 1 year's warranty on Amazon. I mean, from Sky Sound, the seller. So check them out. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.